count. When these two get together, you know the spirits are going to be flowing. The intensity will be high, and these two will be ready to write another chapter in their storied rivalry. Welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. It's the Florida Gators and the Georgia Bulldogs. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe will be down on the sideline. And the Gators ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. Running inside. It's Frazier. Got a little grass. He's at the 20. Into the house. Touchdown, Dogs!
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
And I think with Florida, man, it's all about the quarterback position. When it was rolling at its peak, right, it was Jesse Palmer and Tantino. That guy was pretty good too. But, like, finding that guy that can make the plays. I think bringing in Buster Faulkner is a big deal. They'll have a great offensive identity. But, Palmer, Florida's good when they got the trigger.
Well, the good news is they didn't have to leave the U.S. border to find the next guy like they did way back in the day. But you're right. I think Buster Faulkner really is the key. I thought one of the big moves for John Sunmal in the offseason was bringing in Faulkner as his offensive coordinator. One of the most difficult coordinators to defend. You ask any D coordinator in the country, and he always seems to get the best out of his quarterback. So they had a guy in DJ Lagway. They had really high hopes. Things didn't work out. He moves on to Baylor. But this is a critical spot. How quickly this new quarterback can get on the same page as his play caller, that's critical for their success.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll run out of the gun with Jaden Ball. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. With the catch, it's Singleton.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
The Gators will have it 1st and 10. Bring him to the ground after a short gain. These two first met back in 1915, and for much of their histories, they've been sleeping giants. But man, when they wake up, do they wake up?
Well, two programs, obviously, with a lot of history and a lot of great players in the past, but I feel like because of the recent success of both Georgia and Florida in the last couple of decades, this is a game every year that everybody, not just in the SEC, but I think around the country, have circled because of what this
could be an alley. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
And another nice game by the offense. All right, defense, we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
The Gators back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll ride the hot hand. Headed to the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Florida!
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
And he tacked on the extra point. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And the house call coming on the run from the 23. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Finds his big tight end. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And that's really the sign of a tight end that's elite. But when you start recruiting these guys, man, can you make the first guy miss? That's what makes a tight end go from really, really good to elite. And he does a great job breaking the tackle and then starts chewing up yards after the catch. That's exactly what you want from a great tight end.
Out of the gun here with Nate Frazier. David, as a Georgia legend, when I say Florida, what comes to mind?
Ugh. I mean, that's the easiest question you've asked me yet. I mean, there's nothing that I ever liked or enjoyed about the Florida Gators, just playing in that rivalry. You know, it's not a neutral site, by the way. It's in Jacksonville, Florida. Like, that's not neutral. It's way closer to Florida. It's way closer to Florida fans. But this rivalry, I'm telling you, every single year, that was number one team you wanted to beat.
Looking for a man. It's Stockton. That's caught by Williams. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's a fumble. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move. Knocked down, but not before he gets the 1st down after recovering the fumble.
And what a great job by the defense, securing the wide receiver, getting the football out, getting it on the deck, and dadgummit if it didn't bounce right back to the offense.
We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. First play of the period, 1st down here. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Phillips. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency for the second half of the season, David. I think that's a massive key for this team.
Man, it's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, to get them to continue to focus on the game in and game out. Not the rankings, not down the road. That'll be the challenge down the stretch.
I'll tell you, this running back, he's running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
The Bulldogs kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Gets it out fast. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Bulldog! These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all off season to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Just feeds the running back. Just couldn't get away from the tackle.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. That's exactly what happened.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
That's a tough pill to swallow if you're on defense. Third down, you're blitzing. You're expecting to be able to affect the quarterback, but give this offensive line, these guys, credit because they were able to pick everything up and give their quarterback an opportunity to throw clean from the pocket to pick up that first down.
And the Gators getting set on 1st and 10. Here's a give the ball. 7-yard pickup on that one is now 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. The give on the counter. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. That Gator ground game is lurking in the murky waters, and it has been most effective.
Yeah, we've seen them in the past, man. When Florida's really cooking, they've got some good backs. They've got some good balance, but they've got some physicality, and that's what you want to see from this unit.
The Gators are moving quickly down the field. The run inside. It's ball. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. Fires to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? From the gun, wants to pass. And he's got him. Works it ahead for 6 yards on the play. That'll be enough for the first down, and it also takes us to the 2-minute timeout. The Gators, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They'll give it to Ball.
A lot of times it's hard to see those linebackers coming down late and blitzing through a gap. The offense did a really nice job getting a hat on a hat, blocking up front so the running back could get some positive yards.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Got his man on the right. There he goes. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
They'll run it. It's Ball. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Motion from the back. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. trying to punch it in. Touchdown, Gators! And they take it in for 6 more points. The extra point here would tie the game.
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to throw. It's Stockton. Firing to the right, complete. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
Running backs nowadays, they are wide receivers. I mean, you got to feature them in the pass game. Why? Because you get matchups on linebackers like this. Great job getting the football near the line of scrimmage. Bam, break a tackle, make something happen, get 10-plus yards.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He goes right back to the air. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. Upstairs to make the catch. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Dogs trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They want to throw it. Pocket breaking down. Wideout trying to get it in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Clock is stopped. Florida has called a timeout at 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. They'll go with a direct snap. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal. Timeout now called by the Gators. That's their last one. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. This is a money play on 3rd and goal. Quarterback may change this route. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Looking for the goal line. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Instead of trying to just take the lead with a field goal, they'll leave the offense out there to try to punch in the touchdown. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking downfield on first down. Trying to beat the D deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep balls.
They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye, that full Gator head. Let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Guys, week 9, kind of a week where we separate the pretenders from the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We kick things off with Cal taking on the NC State Wolfpack. And it's the Golden Bears looking to deliver in a big way today to get to 8-2. I know those 2 hiccups did not sit well with this team. Hopefully now they can close out the season in style. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the ACC.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Oh, he would have loved to pick up a few more yards on that return, but they've still got it at the 31. Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. They'd love nothing more than to take advantage of that early second-half turnover and cash in and tack a little bit more onto this lead. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Might be calling a hot route. Back to pass. It's Stockton. The short hands, it's Humphreys. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Georgia hunkers down in the red zone. Running the red zone, it's Frazier. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
You better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, missed the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To To the air on second down. Caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. It's complete on the right side. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover and pick up the first.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds the tight end.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to throw it again, and why not? And the defense gets home and makes him play at the 37-yard line. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Fires it incomplete.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play call
Breaks into the open. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Frazier again. Bounced out of bounds at the 43-yard line.
On second down defensively, I'm always like, hey, let's get to 3rd down. Really good job by the offense. It's like, nah, we're going to stick this run right down your throat, get the 1st down on 2nd down. We don't need 3rd downs.
Now on 1st down from the 43. Handoff for Frazier. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Might be changing the route. They'll move the tight end. Wants to throw. It's Stockton. They're working that left side. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. The give on the counter. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You've got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
He'll go out of bounds at the 18-yard line. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Here's a give to Frazier. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
The Gators are going to call their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wide receiver going in motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. Handoff for Frazier. They wrestle him down at the 16-yard line. A third down stop now to see what they do on fourth down. They'll play it safe and try for 3. This field goal try to make it a 3-score game late. Never a doubt. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. To the air on first down. Under fire. Complete to the right. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. Wants to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
They'll move the wide receiver. Off play action on first down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Wants to throw again. Fires to the middle. He makes a catch. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. The snap sets up to throw. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. And the Gators racing to the line in the hurry up. Trying to pound their way in. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Gators!
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And it's no good. He missed the extra point. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
To the air, it's Stockton. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Florida. And they turn it into a defensive score. So the first part of the job is done. They got the touchdown. Now for the 2 to make it a field goal game. Sends it back in motion. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive. Makes the catch, and he's free. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
And the Bulldogs with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Running inside, it's Frazier. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Timeout now called by the Gators. That's their last one. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. It'll be third and short from their own 33. He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Third down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. Just can't lose focus like that. You got to know the snap count. Still third down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. Looking to pass. It's Stockton. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And, man, that is so frustrating for this defense. You got him where you wanted him. You backed him up on third down. You knew they were going to throw the football, but they just couldn't stop him. They give up the first down, and time is running out. This defense is going to have to get aggressive.
Two-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. The Dogs come to the line with a new set of downs. And the quarterback takes a knee.
And this situation here on second down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in this situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Here's a give to Frazier. Hard-hitting tackle.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth, it's keep that clock running, it's ground game. So interesting now on this third down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. Another chapter of this rivalry in the books, and this one goes to the Dogs, who hunkered down and took out the Gators. That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.